poetry residency, and I'm a writer, and I don't really know how to begin. I'll just start. You may have seen a recent viral video at the beginning of the school year. Fox News' Courtney Friel was interviewing a pre-kindergartner on his first day of school. Did it start already?
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, you tell me when.
So the first day of pre-K, that's a big deal. And this kid is barely keeping it together, and he's really trying to just, maintain that facade of I'm going to be okay, I'm going out into the world. And she turns to this little boy, and in a very kind of clown-like tone, she asks him a needless and kind of devastating question, and I'm going to try and imitate her. She goes, "Are you going to miss your mom?" Which is horrible to say to any kid on the first day of school. And now he's probably just spent the first years of his life preparing for not missing his mom. And in fact, I bet he spent hours in a crazed trance staring at himself in the bathroom mirror, chanting to his reflection, "I will not miss my mom." And it's hard to go out in the world without your mom. And he says no to the reporter's question, but you can tell his heart isn't in it, and right away he begins to kind of giggle nervously, and then those giggles turn into sobs. I remember feeling that way too when I was starting grade school. And the world isn't short on thoughtless jerks willing to point out your fears, a fact that makes you want your mom even more. And so this is actually an excerpt from a longer piece I wrote after watching this kid fall apart on TV. The pictures will show you a few images that either made me confused or afraid when I was growing up, when I started kindergarten in 1985. And most of them are from the mid-'80s, which is obviously one of the most terrifying eras in history. All right, go for it. Try and time myself. Let me get my timer. All right, go. We're in sync. So your parents are abandoning you in kindergarten. Are you going to miss your mom? How scared are you? I mean, did your mother breastfeed you? Do you know if she's coming back? I bet your dad isn't. I have it on good authority from a group of roughnecks that your parents are in 12-hour negotiations to leave you here permanently. That's day in and day out. Speaking of here, where is here? You don't drive, do you? You were tossed into a car by strangers. What a lamb. Let's face it, how well do you really know your mom and dad? I mean, come on, who are those people? You've only known your parents for 1/5 of their life, and most of that 1/5, your memory banks were functioning at the capacity of uncooked instant pudding. I saw your mom stuff a Pop-Tart in your poorly designed backpack. That tells me she's either too busy for you or a double agent in the global war against terrorism. Something to consider. Take a look around. The schoolyard is essentially an unknown remote location, and here you've just been handed over to other strangers. Isn't that the same definition as kidnapping? How could you not fight back or at least apply for a license? That's called a failure to thrive on your part. You allowed that. By the way, I heard crocodiles climb trees. There's no real earthly escape from crocodiles. And did you know a snake's head can still deliver a venomous bite after its own decapitation? Are you going to miss your mom? Speaking of thriving, how are you going to eat? Word is there's a cafeteria in a room that resembles a morgue, but you'll never find it because this place is a maze. Even if you did find it, who's going to pay for your food? Did your mom and dad teach you how to beg? I think that's going to be a major skill set for you here, begging for food, because you probably don't know crap about quarters and nickels, amateur. What if the hairnet biddies in the lunchroom don't know you're allergic to shellfish? What if it's surf and turf day? What if they're all out of turf? What if they give you surf? Did you think of that? Did you? You standing there all alone trying to politely tell them that you'll go into anaphylactic shock? You being force-fed tuna fish salad while a bedeviled white-haired woman cracks her ancient leather lunchroom whip just looking at you. I can tell you're fond of Jergens, and your poor little soft body is far too supple for a whip. My God, it makes my neck swell thinking about it. Hope you're stocked on adrenaline. Did you remember to bring your EpiPen? Speaking of pens, there's a ton of red pens in there. I didn't see any blue pens. You know what that means. Errors. lots of them, and mostly from you. Here's a fun fact. 90% of koalas are infected with chlamydia. That means if you hug a koala, you have a decent chance of getting an STD before you even know what sex is. Are you gonna miss your mom? Heads up, because I've noticed a lot of blondes here. Your hair is so dark, and everyone has new socks. How new are your socks? Oh shit, you didn't wear new socks? God, man, it's over for you. Everyone knows there's going to be carpet time, and when it's carpet time, the shoes come off before you crisscross applesauce your little anaphylactic legs. Everyone is going to see how many times you wear your socks in the grass. Those stains and no bleach, man, as far as kindergartners go, you set a new land speed record for screwed. While we're on the topic of socks, let's talk recess. If you, for example, get socked in the face at recess for having, I don't know, let's say, dark hair and no clue, you're responsible for your own first aid. I received word that they replaced the nurse with a tribal shaman who cures everything with a native dance involving bloodletting of banana leaves, possibly a ritual 3-day fast and a spirit walk in the Mojave Desert, which upon completion proves you're a man. You might be able to pull off the fast, but you'll never pass as a man. Are you gonna miss your mom? What? You don't know what recess is? Okay, listen up. Recess is an organized segment of time where kids convene into groups and plot revenge. Animal groupings, like herds of cows, or gaggle of geese, or better yet, a murder of crows. Yeah, that's it. Like a murder. So fundamentally, in every murder of kids, there is a decision made to single out one kindergartner on the playground. And with your lack of insight, I'm guessing that's going to be you, buddy. Keep your head down, look busy, try not to think about any tenderness in your life before now, or you'll come off as a half-chewed meal to the hungry. And look at that floor, so shiny. Reminds me of something else that's shiny. It's on the tip of my tongue. Ice. Ice is very shiny. Let's play an association game. The floor is shiny, ice is shiny. Shiny can mean slick. Slick can lead to slippery. Slippery leads to unexpected falls. Unexpected falling leads to broken teeth. Broken teeth leads to less smiling. Less smiling leads to less attention. Less attention leads to less love. And less love leads to hoarding National Geographics and cats and eating cold refried beans out of the can while you binge watch MASH reruns and ignore piles of municipal citations before you cry yourself to sleep. Wow, that was a fun word association. Anyway, that floor, it sure looks shiny, doesn't it? Did you know behind every soap bottle in your bathtub is a centipede waiting to crawl into your ear when we play with your toys? I only want you to be in the know, kid. Don't be so oblivious to the plight of your aloneness. Are you going to miss your mom? Also, there's a guy in a gray suit wielding mop. He roams the grounds. They call him the juicer because he juices 3 kindergartners every morning before his shift. I don't think he leaves the premises. I think he sleeps chained to a radiator in a pension. I don't think he has a dental plan, and if you didn't learn how to not pee on a toilet seat by now, it's a safer bet to just pee your pants because the juicer is bringing the pain. This is the beginning of no moms and comparing notes. We all do it here every day. If you think you'll make it, give yourself 5 minutes and look around. Nobody wants to know you. Nobody will believe you. Nobody here is going to cut the crust off your sandwich, kid. We all learn to eat the crust. So have a great day on your own in kindergarten without all the people you love. Are you going to miss your mom?